Republicans seek to take control of the House of Representatives in the 2022 midterm elections. House Republicans plan on utilizing similar strategies that help them to almost flip the chamber in 2020. National Republican Congressional Committee Chairman Tom Emmer says the party has to remain focused on two things: the importance of economic freedoms and the dangers of big government. For more on this, let's bring in Aaron Navarro. He's an associate producer for CBS's political unit. Thank you, Aaron. So what is the Republican strategy for trying to win back the House, and what are the issues that they think will most resonate with voters?
So a lot of their long-term strategy doesn't seem too different from the approach in 2020. In 2020, Republicans saw an unexpected success that cycle. They picked up 15 seats when people on both sides were expecting Democrats to see a net gain of seats. And a lot of what Republicans did in their messaging then, and will likely do again through this cycle, is try to paint Democrats as out of touch, as radical, as far left, and as socialist. Now, what's different this time is that you have a Democrat president in Joe Biden instead of a Democratic primary, where figures like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren were already driving the party to the more progressive lane. As was shown during the presidential race, it's a bit hard to claim Joe Biden as a socialist. So Republicans are going to look to his actions and policies as his term goes on. So far, the issues they've said they will target are energy, schools, and immigration. They're trying to say that a Democrat agenda will negatively impact middle-class voters, primarily focusing on the economic impacts on their wallets. They're also going to be highlighting a little bit of the things conservative voters liked during President Trump's tenure, such as his work on the economy and foreign policy, and will point to any Democrat attempts to undo that.
So, Aaron, I wonder, too, how redistricting may affect things, because some states like Florida, North Carolina, and Texas are expected to add congressional seats in 2022. Do you think that this might work to House Republicans' advantage?
I think it will. A good amount of state legislatures which control redistricting are under Republican control. According to a study by the Brennan Center, Republicans have total control in 18 seats, while Democrats have control in 7. In Florida, North Carolina, and Texas, those districts can be drawn in favor of Republicans, or Democrat swing districts could be drawn to be even more competitive for those Democrats. The approach could backfire if Republican legislatures only draw districts that will help them in the short term, and then those maps could be challenged in court if they violate the Voting Rights Act, and then totally different seats are there down the road in the decade. But those 3 states are expected to have 7 new congressional districts, while a lot of states that are going to lose a seat are under Democrat control or have Democratic delegations. And Republicans only need 5 seats, a net gain of 5 seats right now to flip the House. So they believe that that will definitely help. Those 7 seats that they could get from redistricting could for sure help them flip the House and give them that advantage.
Aaron, before I let you go, I want to talk briefly about the philosophy of the Republican Party, because there has been a lot of discussion within the party about what a post-Trump Republican mission might look like. And Sarah Chamberlain, the president of the nonprofit Republican Main Street Partnership, says that some of the more moderate lawmakers in her group are ready to move past all of this infighting. What is their strategy?
So the sense from Chair Tom Emmer, he chairs the National Republican Congressional Committee, is that, he's waiting for things to cool down politically, and he admits that they're not fully united yet. But what they're betting, and Republicans overall are betting, is that Republicans will unite against policies from the Biden administration and the administration as a whole, which we're seeing a bit already when it comes to this COVID bill. there are still questions about what the Republican Party will look like. And disagreements were shown today when Leader McCarthy and Caucus Chair Liz Cheney gave different answers about if Trump should speak at CPAC. How much Trump gets involved, especially with those members that voted for impeachment, could also make it hard to truly move past the infighting. But the overall bet Republicans are making right now is that President Biden, the policies he enacts, the actions he takes will unite the party going forward.
Yeah, the former president still exerting a lot of power and sway over the party. All right, Aaron, thank you.